Oh no, Suge Knight didn't hold back on Diddy in his latest podcast episode, diving into their ongoing feud. He tossed out more allegations about Puff's behavior, especially concerning roughness towards women.
But for his Puff doing the shit he did, it's only obvious what he was involved in.
According to Suge, this isn't surprising news about Diddy, stating, "What Puffy done, what Puffy did, or what Puffy do is not a surprise. Everybody know what it is."
What Puffy done, what Puffy did, or what Puffy do is not a surprise. Everybody know what it is.
He even shared a story about Diddy allegedly assaulting Cassie Ventura and a female assistant over information about Cassie's rumored involvement with Kid Cudi. What's this all about? Keep watching to find out. Suge dropped a bomb about Diddy, and the public is shocked as to how much of the immorality allegations Diddy has faced in recent years. Suge recounted how Diddy manhandled Cassie and used his influence to keep her mouth shut for so long.
Not only did he beat the shit out of her, it was an Interscope person, the Interscope's check that paid her to settle or he wouldn't go to jail.
Suge didn't only allegedly beat up Cassie, he also allegedly beat up an assistant named Capricorn over Cassie's rumored fling with Kid Cudi. Suge claimed not only did he beat the shit out of her, it was an Interscope person, an Interscope check, that paid her to settle so he wouldn't go to jail.
He had an assistant by the name of Capricorn. He felt Capricorn, Cap was keeping this shit on the low about if she was messing with Cudi or not.
Interestingly, Cassie has spoken up about these allegations, and she had a lot to say. Cassie dropped a bombshell, filing a lawsuit accusing her ex, Diddy, of a decade-long pattern of assault. The legal docs portray Diddy as controlling and violent, using his fame to dominate Cassie's life since they met in 2005. Things got wild in 2012 when Diddy allegedly got furious about Cassie's fling with Kid Cudi, threatening to blow up Cudi's car. The suit claims Diddy might have even made it happen, as Cudi's car mysteriously exploded around that time. Kid Cudi's spokesperson backed Cassie's story. Then, the lawsuit takes a dark turn, accusing Diddy of forcing Cassie into encounters with male prostitutes while he filmed. Cassie called them freak-offs and revealed she took drugs to cope. She claimed these incidents, happening across different cities, qualify her as a victim. In her lawsuit, Cassie said that she first met Diddy in 2005 when she was 19 and he was 37. She was signed to his label, Bad Boy Records. Within a year, people on Diddy's team began telling Ventura that he was interested in her, though the lawsuit states she was disgusted at the thought of them dating due to their age difference. He began positioning himself as a father figure to her, and when she turned 21, the lawsuit alleges that he forced himself on her for the first time. At an after-party in a hotel suite following Miss Ventura's 21st birthday party, Mr. Combs pulled Miss Ventura into a bathroom and forcibly kissed her. Miss Ventura did not consent to this unwanted contact. She immediately ran out of the bathroom and the hotel suite and cried. She told her best friend at the time about what had happened but was too scared to tell anyone else, the lawsuit alleges. Meanwhile, Diddy was in a relationship with model and actress Kim Porter at the time. The next day at the Video Music Awards, Cassie alleges that Diddy berated her for bringing her boyfriend. That same month, he gave Cassie a pill and instructed her to take it. He then paid a promoter to make a fake flyer about a party in Miami, allegedly, so Cassie would be separated from her boyfriend and travel to Florida with the rapper. The lawsuit states she was scared and didn't want to go, but she felt she had no choice. According to the lawsuit, during this trip to Miami, Mr. Combs provided Miss Ventura with copious amounts of drugs. She became more intoxicated than she ever had before, and her intoxication lasted throughout the weekend trip. As she wanted Mr. Combs to continue to support her career, she felt she could not refuse Mr. Combs urging her to take more drugs. After providing her with drugs, Mr. Combs had sexual intercourse with Miss Ventura during this trip. Breaking her silence, Cassie said, "After years in silence and darkness, I am finally ready to tell my story." She also accused Diddy of physically assaulting her, including an incident in 2009 where he kicked her in the face. Oh, but that's not all. In 2016, an intoxicated Diddy allegedly gave her a black eye at an LA hotel, with hotel footage supposedly capturing the attack. However, Diddy reportedly paid the hotel $50,000 to keep the video under wraps. Cassie also shared that she tried to break free from Diddy's alleged abuse by turning to her parents, but she claims Diddy's team pulled her back in. She also accused Diddy's employees of helping to cover up his behavior, using threats to keep her silent, including suppressing her music if she didn't comply with Diddy's wishes. Meanwhile, Cassie's lawsuit against Diddy revealed a wild twist of how Diddy allegedly tried to ambush Suge night one night during a party, as per the lawsuit, which contained serious allegations of immoral acts. According to Cassie's lawyer, Douglas Wigdor, Diddy got wind of the lawsuit before it officially dropped on Thursday. In a bid to prevent it, Diddy allegedly offered Cassie a hefty sum in the ballpark of 8 figures, but she turned down the offer. Now Cassie is seeking unspecified damages. Diddy's team, on the other hand, strongly denied the allegations, stating that Diddy vehemently denies them. His lawyer, Ben Braffman, also claimed that Cassie had been demanding $30 million from Diddy over the past 6 months, initially threatening to write a damaging book about their relationship. Despite withdrawing that threat, Braffman contends that Cassie is now resorting to a lawsuit filled with what he calls baseless and outrageous lies, with the aim of tarnishing Diddy's reputation and securing a payday. Let's see what fans think. A fan wrote, "So many people owe Jaguar Wright an apology. She has been speaking truth about the industry for years. From Diddy to many others, she refused to be silent. When the story is consistent, believe. #Cassie, #Diddy, #Kim Porter, #Jaguar Wright." Another fan added, "Cassie really opened up a door and empowered other victims of Diddy. That's why it's never too late to tell your story. People think it's always about the abuser going to jail, when sometimes it's about letting other victims know they are not alone." While a social media user penned, "It's sad that Diddy being a WB was so well known within the industry, but everyone stayed silent about it. But that's industry for you. It stays protecting predatory men." And another commented, "It was awful what Cassie Super went through. I feel bad. How could a Diddy abuse that pretty fragile child? Diddy must get help for this behavior, and it would not be a bad idea to close all social media accounts and disappear." Meanwhile, Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, also spilled the beans, claiming that Diddy physically abused many of his past girlfriends, including the late Kim Porter. Kim, who shared 3 biological kids and an adopted child with Diddy, passed away in 2018 due to pneumonia complications. Now, with Cassie suing Diddy for serious allegations, the spotlight is on Diddy's past with Kim Porter. Questions are swirling about the circumstances of people connected to Diddy, with speculations about Kim Porter's death linked to a rumored tell-all book. In a video, Diddy's ex-bodyguard Gene laughed at what he sees as Diddy's show of grief over Kim's death and dropped the bomb that Diddy once broke Kim Porter's nose. He went further to state that when he saw that Cassie had stepped forward to tell her story of the dark years she was with Diddy, he could affirm that that's what Kim also went through.
You know, of what she experienced, and it's like, it was the same thing Kim was going through. The same thing, bruh.
He added that if Diddy ever tries to forget Kim, all he has to do is look at his wrist. Recounting the incident, Gene said, "One night when they were at home in Kim's house, he wanted to put his hands on her in the wrong way, and Kim took one of those corkscrews and ripped his wrist up. It hit an artery, and when she did that, he had to rush over to St. Luke's Hospital."
Had took the cork, you know where you open up wine? The corkscrew. She took the corkscrew and caught him on his wrist.
Gene added that their relationship was violent, and Kim could not be with anybody else, but Diddy could do whatever he want to. He said that even when Diddy was dating J-Lo, he still controlled Kim's life and made it very uncomfortable if Kim tried to move on with anybody else. The interviewer then told Gene that it appears Diddy now regrets subjecting Kim to abuse, but the ex-bodyguard said the rapper was just doing it for the public. Gene said, "All that she * looked good for the media." Gene also disclosed that Diddy used the bodyguards during his alleged abuse of Kim. The interview with Gene happened before Cassie filed a lawsuit against Diddy. Also, other women who have worked with Diddy's record label have also thrown their weight behind Cassie, while revealing that Diddy recently tried to get them to sign a non-disclosure agreement to silence them. Is this any iota of truth in this? Well, we never can tell until real evidence is unveiled. Till then, stay connected for more entertainment.